Hi everybody, it's David from Doctors of Running, and today's video is going to be focusing on the footwear lineup for the running company Topo Athletic. This company has been rolling out a lot of good shoes over the last year, and we've been getting a lot of questions about them. So this video will focus primarily on the road lineup of shoes and going over a little bit about each one of them. We'll do some rough specs. For the weights, I'm just keeping it men's size 9 because there's just so many shoes that we're going to be going through. But I do want to start off with their normal daily trainer. So that will be the Topo Phantom 3. This shoe has 33 millimeters of stack in the heel, 28 millimeters of stack in the forefoot. So that's a 5 millimeter drop, 9.1 ounces on the specs. EVA zip foam midsole, pretty standard outsole pattern. It's pretty balanced rocker profile. Not a whole lot of toe spring. There's still some flexibility, but this is their normal daily trainer for road miles. It has some versatility to kind of go beyond that, and there's some good sidewalls, and it's a decently stable neutral option that is out there. So that is the Topo Phantom 3. Going into the other side of the neutral line, neutral shoe as well. So next one here is also a neutral shoe, but this is a zero drop platform. This is the Topo Magifly IV. 25 millimeters of stack in the heel, 25 millimeters of stack in the forefoot, also a neutral training option, and keeps things pretty balanced there. There's a slight little bevel, and there's a slight little toe spring, but it's a pretty natural riding shoe overall. Relatively firm, but there's enough cushioning for daily training, and that is the goal for this shoe, is that zero drop daily training option. So that is the Topo Magifly IV. I didn't get you the weight. Weight is... I've got a bunch of notes here because we have so many shoes. 9.0 ounces, men's size 9. So that's the Topo Magifly IV. Now going into the Max Cushion line. This is a shoe that will be coming out very shortly, maybe even around the time this video releases. But this is the Topo Atmos. So maximum cushioning shoe coming from Topo. Very well done. I think it does compete with a lot of the other Max Cushion shoes out there. This one is also a 5 millimeter drop. This is a 38 millimeters of stack in the heel, 33 millimeters of stack in the forefoot. And then weight for my men's size 9 is 9.7 ounces. So that's a pretty good weight for a Max Cushion shoe. Also an EVA based shoe, a lot of good sidewalls coming around the heel, through the midfoot, medially, laterally, good sole flaring through the forefoot, and in the heel there you almost have a little bit of a bucket hold there. So it kind of fits that stable neutral category as well, even for how much foam there is. And it's using that EVA zip foam as well. So that is the Topo Atmos. There's a couple of crash pads in there too, heel forefoot, so it kind of gives a little bit of give down the midline. So fun shoe. Also for daily training, long miles, it's that Max Cushion offering. Now we're going to go more on the Speedy side of things. So one that came out last year that did really well for the company, ironically, is actually the highest stacked shoe they have prior to this Atmos coming out, is the Topo Specter. Now this shoe is really fun. It's an EVA outer core, but it has a PBEX core down the midline of it, and that sits in there. So you get a lot of bounce. There's a pretty sharp rocker in the heel, decently sharp rocker in the forefoot, very lightweight. It's 35 millimeters of stack in the heel, 30 millimeters of stack in the forefoot, so also a 5 millimeter drop. So a lot of 5 millimeter drops in this rotation. 8.1 ounces, men's size 9. This is a lightweight trainer, performance trainer, something you can really kind of turn the pace up a little bit. It has worked really well for me for a lot of long runs, progression runs. I have done one track session in it. It was okay. I'd probably choose another shoe. But for road workouts, long sessions, long runs, very, very solid shoe, and it keeps that weight down as well with some of the PBEX foam. Outsole is a little bit more streamlined, a little bit more flat and road specific, but it still grips pretty well, surprisingly well. And I've been able to take it on pretty much any road, turns, even dirt. It's been fine. The other shoe in the Speedy lineup here, where we're kind of gearing more towards a lighter frame, faster fitting shoe, lighter weight, we're looking at the Topo Cyclone 2. So this shoe also came out earlier this year. This shoe has been pretty well reviewed across a lot of different platforms. Lightweight, fast, flexible. Not as much foam on this one. So should be, taking a look at specs here, 28 millimeters of stack in the heel, 23 millimeters of stack in the forefoot. Also a 5 millimeter drop, 6.9 ounces men's size 9. So this shoe is light. And then all of this foam, the whole thing is Pebax. So bouncy, light, has some give to it, but it's still pretty low to the ground. I mean, 28 millimeters, no plate. That has some give, and then that 23 has some give. You feel pretty grounded at the same time. The outsole is similar to the Specter, so pretty streamlined, pretty road specific. This is a shoe that is marketed as a lightweight trainer, but this shoe can really turn on the jets if you needed to. I have done plenty of track workouts in this shoe. I've done hill repeats. I've done longer tempo runs. It's fine for the longer stuff, but I prefer it for the speedy things. But it's a very versatile shoe. You can hit daily miles, you can hit long runs, you can hit tempos, you can hit track work. So this is kind of like that Swiss Army knife for the company there. They don't have a super shoe yet, so hopefully there's one coming. This is the closest thing they got so far between this and the Specter. So that's the road lineup. There are a couple other options on there. I just don't physically have them, so I'm just going to run through them numerically. That other one is going to be the Magifly IV, and that is the stability option in the road running category. 28 millimeters of stack in the heel, 23 millimeters of stack in the forefoot. I want to say 9.6 ounces, men's size 9. It does have a post medially, and then it has a little TPU external heel counter. And so also a nice shoe, a little bit firmer though than the other ones. It's partially because of some of the things we just mentioned. But that's the stability option for the company, also a relatively lower profile. So if you're looking for that, that is also there. Another one that I don't physically have on me is the Topo ST5, ST4, ST5, the newest ST model. That I think it's ST5. Very flat to the ground, very low, kind of a crossover shoe. You can do some lifting in it. You can do track sessions in it. You can walk around in it. I personally probably wouldn't do my daily miles in it. It's pretty low to the ground based on the previous model that I had. But it is a nice shoe, and it's well constructed, and it's a versatile option as well. So that's the full lineup for the Topo road running line. So to go back over it, we've got Cyclone 2, light and fast, Pebax powered. Specter, also light and quick, but more focused towards the longer distances. We have the Atmos, maximum cushioning. We have the Phantom 3, daily training, but still has a good amount of cushioning underfoot as well. A little bit lower to the ground, we have the Topo Magifly IV, zero drop of the bunch. So that is the Topo road running lineup.